Señores, me metí apenas. Estamos viendo el trailer de Obi-Wan Kenobi. ¿O de qué?
We lost. Stay hidden. The key to hunting Jedi is patience. Jedi cannot help what they are.
No sé, la producción se ve buena.
Passion leaves a trail. The Jedi code is like an itch. You cannot help it. Where is he?
Uf. Señores, me metí a penitas para ver el trailer. Tengo que hacer video ahorita.
Our general entertainment teams continue to deliver hit shows that are hugely popular with audiences.
Me metí a penitas.
Long-running fan favorites, The Simpsons, Grey's Anatomy, and Blackish, as well as more recent hits like Abbott Elementary, Only Murders in the Building, and National Geographic's Welcome to Earth. General entertainment is an increasingly powerful driver in most of our international markets as well, under the Star brand.
Señores, al parecer sí mostraron cosas, sí empezaron a mostrar cosas, nos engañaron. No tuvimos fe.
And have been ramping up production of local and regional content, in particular, with more than 340 titles already underway. Needless to say, we see tremendous opportunity in general entertainment and plan to integrate more of it across our streaming platforms. Among the exciting new series in the works are American-born Chinese, starring Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Michelle Yeoh, and director Destin Daniel.
Roger Contreras, no tuvimos fe, de acuerdo.
An expansion of the hit movie franchise.
Pero bueno, logramos ver el trailer de... Apenas, entré a penitas para ver el trailer de Obi-Wan Kenobi, señores, sí. Tengo que volver a verlo con calma porque lo vi acelerado y obviamente hacer la reacción correspondiente. Termino esto y hago la video reacción.
On April 22nd is a brand new National Geographic Earth Day special, Explore the Last Tepui, which follows a team of elite climbers, including Alex Honnold of the Oscar-winning Free Solo on a grueling mission into the Amazon jungle. Speaking of,
vamos a ver qué más nos muestran. Sí. Yo creo que van a dejarlo de Marvel para el final, porque empezaron con Star Wars, van ahora como con National Geographic, o yo no sé qué es esto, ESPN, y quizás dejen Marvel para el final y nos muestren alguna imagen o escena de algo.
Bienvenidos al clásico más importante del mundo. History made once again.
We are more than athletes, so we can thoughtfully empower one another to thrive in our communities.
He may be the greatest of all time.
How about the best thing I saw this year? How about that?
What a finish! It's over! If the revolution is being free and being me, then let's start that revolution.
This is college game day in Columbia for the first time, ladies and gentlemen.
That better be number
Yo creo que si nos muestran algo podría ser de Marvels. Si muestran algo, o de She-Hulk. No sé si se manden a mostrarnos algo de Thor, Love and Thunder. Pero uy, no. Yo termina esto y hago la video reacción del trailer de Obi-Wan Kenobi porque no lo vi bien.
This is the best Saturday since last Saturday.
These hips won't lie. I'm like Shakira. I always said, man, if they put me on the field, they're never going to take me off.
I think you're getting nervous. Beads of sweat. I feel most alive when I'm challenging myself.
The long wait has ended.
Y chévere porque en el promo que mostraron ahorita, mostraron, no de Obi-Wan, sino como en general de Disney, mostraron nuevas imágenes. Se alcanzó a ver a Forrest Gump, a Tom Hanks como Gepetto en el live action de Pinocho.
In addition to live sports, we consistently deliver even more of the high-quality studio programming and original content that sports fans enjoy. One of our biggest hits this past year was the megacast Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli, which aired on multiple platforms. And we are super excited about our expanded agreement with Peyton Manning and his Omaha Productions Company, and can't wait for similar megacasts featuring other sports, such as the College Football Playoff National Championship, the UFC, and PGA Golf. We also have lots more incredible original programming coming, including a fantastic multi-part docuseries, The Captain, about Hall of Fame New York Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter. Meanwhile, ESPN just launched a rebranded and expanded version of their popular digital hub, The Undefeated, called Landscape, which will serve as a 24/7 multi-platform media venture dedicated to embracing and sharing Black culture and identity. We are so proud of this new platform. We recognize how passionate sports fans are.
Que digo, quizás muestren algo de Marvel al final, y yo creería que podría ser de The Marvels lo que muestren.
That's the driving force behind our efforts in sports betting, gaming, and the metaverse. In fact, that's what excites us, the opportunity to transform sports broadcasting into an entire ecosystem, a multi-dimensional, interactive, lean-forward experience where fans can feel like they are more than just remote spectators, but rather part of the action. Of course, making our guests feel part of the action is what we've always done at our theme parks. And as we continue to recover from the pandemic, our guests have shown that they crave our new guest-centric approach to making each
Quizás también muestren algo de Avatar. Por ahí vimos una que otra imagen de Avatar. De pronto nos muestran algo.
This past quarter, our domestic parks and resorts achieved all-time revenue and operating income records, despite the Omicron surge. We're confident that the transformative changes that we've made in our parks during the pandemic will continue to propel the business forward in the years ahead. And we're excited to be bringing even more one-of-a-kind experiences to guests in the coming months and years. The highly anticipated Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Walt Disney World made its inaugural voyage last week, and the response from guests has been absolutely fantastic. I was just in Orlando and experienced the Star Cruiser for myself.
De What If, no, yo creo que está muy temprano para que nos muestren trailer de esas cosas, o de Spider-Man. Yo creo que si nos muestran de las producciones que se van a lanzar próximamente, y podría ser algo o de Thor, o de The Marvels, o de She-Hulk. Una de esas tres, creería yo.
Their very own Star Wars story. Speaking of fully immersive experiences, a couple of weeks ago, I joined a group of our cast members on a test ride of Epcot's thrilling new indoor coaster, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, set to open this summer. This is a fantastic new attraction that's part of our ongoing multi-year transformation of Epcot, and it's truly out of this world. It's one of the longest indoor coasters anywhere, rotating 360 degrees so you can catch all the action. And it features the first ever reverse launch on a coaster in Disney's history. I can't wait for you to experience it for yourselves. Looking across our parks, construction progresses on Tron Light Cycle Run, one of Walt Disney World's most anticipated attractions. And at Disneyland, the refurbishment of Mickey's Toontown is well underway.
Sí, Gabriel Esteban, empecé esta segunda parte del directo, la empecé en el momento en que salió el tráiler de Obi-Wan Kenobi. No me lo pude disfrutar al 100%, entonces ahorita voy a hacer una video reacción del tráiler, cortica, para verlo nuevamente, tranquilo. Estoy esperando que esto acabe a
We're
ver
also
porque
continuing
no
the
quiero
welcome guests to our
desconectarme
reimagined
y que esto nos
Marvel-themed
muestre más
hotel,
cosas.
and the feedback has been phenomenal. Meanwhile, work is ongoing at the first ever Zootopia themed land at Shanghai Disneyland and on the new Frozen themed land at Hong Kong Disneyland. And we're very excited for the upcoming launch of our newest ship,
Gracias,
the
Xoan,
Disney
por la
Merchant,
corrección. Sí, no
which
es de
will set
Marvels,
sail
sino
on its
Miss Marvel.
inaugural
Miss Marvel
voyage
es
this
la
summer.
que se va a estrenar.
A few
Tienes toda
weeks
la razón,
ago,
sí.
we marked a
Yo
big
creo que si nos
milestone
muestran algo, nos
with the
muestran de
ship's
esa
float-out
serie de Miss
ceremony,
Marvel.
where it emerged from the shipyard hangar for the very first time. And a truly magical experience will await guests inside. Last month, we announced plans to develop residential communities in cities across America, beginning here in California, with our new offering, Story Living by Disney. Our extraordinary Imagineers will help design these one-of-a-kind communities where residents, including active adults, will have access to a host of amenities, such as Disney-branded entertainment and activities. Story Living by Disney is another great example of how we're always looking for ways to connect with our fans where they are. And consumer interest in this new project has been overwhelming. Certainly none of these magical experiences would exist if it weren't for the outstanding cast members who bring them to life every day for our guests. Our cast is what makes Disney truly special.
Working here at Disney, I have found my place, and I have found the people that help me shine, and I help others shine.
It makes my dreams come true, knowing that I can create dreams and magic for other people.
Every day I wake up and I'm excited to go to work, because every day is different, and every day there's always that special moment that makes it all worth it.
I get to share the love that I have for this company to everyone who enters.
Creating magic, creating those special moments for people that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives.
It's more than just a resort. It's more than just a theme park. It's family. We all have that exact same goal of creating happiness, so that's all something that we're passionate about.
As a park leader, I get to welcome the guests into my home. This is my home. This is the first place I've ever feel like it's home from any other job I've ever had. I love it here.
It was a dream for me. It was a dream for my brother. We're both cast members here. We're both living that lifelong dream.
These people are here on vacation, and you can make their day with just one simple, bright suns and bring them into this world here. We just get to play all day and have fun that way.
Just being a part of that magic, knowing that you're free to be whoever you are, you're still going to be loved and appreciated no matter what you do.
It's the best place in the world to work, to have fun. It's just amazing.
As our Disney team embarks on the company's second century, I am more excited than ever to see what we will create together in the years ahead. The chance to connect our digital and our physical worlds and offer an entirely new paradigm.
The Jedi Code is locked
and engage with our stories is particularly thrilling. This is the next generation of storytelling in a way, and it presents an extraordinary opportunity for our storytellers to tell their stories in even more creative ways. As we imagine a world where physical and digital experiences come together across all aspects of our business, from entertainment to sports, our team of technologists, Imagineers, and storytellers have the opportunity to dream in another dimension. Certainly, we are in the very early stages of this long-term project, but as we've shown repeatedly throughout our company's storied history, when you combine Disney's great storytelling with cutting-edge technology, you can create experiences that cannot be found anywhere else in the world. At Disney, making a meaningful difference in our world and in our communities is part of our DNA. 2 weeks ago, we released our 2021 Corporate Social Responsibility Report and launched a new CSR website, both of which detail our efforts in the area of diversity, equity, and inclusion, environmental sustainability, corporate governance, and charitable giving. We also introduced our new social responsibility mission to inspire a better world through the power of stories. A world of belonging where each person feels seen, heard, and understood through our diversity, equity, and inclusion. A world in balance where people and nature thrive through the actions we take to support environmental sustainability and conservation. And a world filled with hope and promise through charitable giving to our communities, with a particular focus on supporting children and families in need. This past year, we made progress on all these priorities. We championed underrepresented voices through our iconic content. We further diversified our workforce behind the scenes, including in our senior ranks. We also made meaningful new investments in renewable energy and conservation. And we supported our communities with nearly $300 million. What we stand for as a company matters. And soon we'll be sharing our updated corporate values with our employees and cast members around the world. One of those important values is inclusivity, which has been a key area of focus for us in recent years, and it will remain a priority. Last year, we launched a company-wide initiative, Reimagine Tomorrow, with the goal to advance opportunities for diverse communities, amplifying underrepresented voices, and champion the importance of representation in media and entertainment. And I'm pleased to say that Reimagine Tomorrow and a host of other initiatives company-wide are having a positive impact, increasing awareness and facilitating constructive dialogue. At Disney, we are proud to be one of the most admired and beloved companies.
Por un momento me van a ver hablando solo o hablando para la cámara porque voy a grabar un momentico la video reacción al trailer. Entonces, para que sepan.
And we are enormously grateful to them for their commitment, hard work, and heart. They inspire me every single day. And their well-being and aspirations are always foremost in our efforts. We will continue to support them in meaningful, personalized ways with offerings that include competitive pay and comprehensive benefits such as family leave and childcare programs, as well as access to higher education for our hourly cast members through our Disney Aspire program, and other educational and career opportunities for our salaried employees. To date, more than 20,000 cast members have enrolled in Aspire, and we are so thrilled to support them in pursuing their dreams.
Sí, de acuerdo, mucho bla, bla, bla. Por eso fue que ahorita cortamos el directo, porque era mucho bla, bla, bla y no mostraban nada. Aquí estoy conectado todavía para ver si quizás muestran algo de Marvel, pero pues nada, voy a, lo que les digo, voy a estar grabando mi reacción en este momento.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And just as exciting, his father, who is also a cast member, has now enrolled in Aspire and is finishing his own degree. That's the amazing power of this program. We also offer extraordinary opportunities for college students and recent graduates at our parks and other locations worldwide. And many of them have gone on to pursue rewarding careers with our company. This year, some 20,000 young people will participate in this enriching experience. As Susan said, we recognize that our success as a company is about more than just our business results. It's just as important that we be a great employer, providing a workplace where all employees feel welcomed and supported, as well as being a great partner in our communities. This is truly core to who we are as a company. Now, I know I've talked a lot today, but there are so many incredible things going on across our company. And as you can tell, I am very excited and love to talk about them, especially about our amazing people. Because of our employees and cast members, we are wrapping up our first century in an incredible position of strength. And we are beginning our next century well-positioned for continued success. If we stay true to our strategic pillars, storytelling excellence, innovation, and audience focus, and if we keep embracing disruption,
Listo, señores. Estaba grabando el video de reacción,
Thank you, Mr. Chapek. Today's first
pero ya
question
parece que
comes
no van a
from
mostrar
Corey
más nada, ¿no?
Borstadt, a shareholder from Arizona. Please go
Michael,
ahead.
solo presentaron lo de Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sí.
Hi, my name is Corey.
And I apologize. It looks like we've lost Corey. Today's next question comes from James Moorhead, a shareholder from California. Please go ahead.
Hello, I'm a Disney longtime shareholder, CDC and
Hasta el momento
D22
solo
member,
mostraron lo de
member and customer
Obi-Wan
of your product.
y no
I'm
pareciera,
reading
la
a
verdad,
statement written
no
by my younger
pareciera que
daughter.
fueran a
She says
mostrar
it
más
better than I
cosas.
ever could. I hope you will listen. She wrote, "It was always my dream to be a cast member with Disney.
Les recuerdo igual
I
que vamos a
finally
estar
realized
hoy a las
that
4 de
dream
la
in
tarde,
2019 when I joined the Disney
hora
College
México,
program in
5
Florida.
p.m. hora
When
Colombia.
that came to an end due to
Vamos
the
a estar
pandemic,
también haciendo
I was
directo
waiting
para
for an
reaccionar
opportunity to
a
come
las,
back
a
to the
las,
company.
al State of
I
Play,
was
que son
especially excited
los
when
nuevos
inclusion was
anuncios de
added as a fifth
PlayStation.
key
Y ese sí va a
and
estar
the
bueno,
Disney
ese sí
List
va a
was
estar muy
updated to be
bueno,
more
porque vamos a
inclusive and
tener los
gender
anuncios de PlayStation
non-conforming
4,
cast
5
members.
juegos y todo lo que
I
tiene que ver con
applied to the
PlayStation.
Disney store
Y
and
sé
have
que es un
been
directo
making magic
corto,
there for
es de
almost a
20
year.
minutos más o menos, entonces esta
Disappointment
tarde
does not
también los
begin to
espero
describe my
para
feelings
que
toward Bob
reaccionemos
Chapek's
a,
message
a
to
esas
the team concerning Florida's
nuevos
anti-gay
lanzamientos de
legislation.
PlayStation.
I feel
Para el
heartbroken.
que me
To
conoce
go
y
from
sabe,
adding
yo
inclusion as a
soy
priority
fan
to
de
the company to
PlayStation,
not
yo
taking
no
a stand
soy
against
fan
hatred
de
is beyond
Xbox.
disappointing. You can't stand on the
Se tenía que
sidelines when it
decir
comes
y
to
se
human
dijo.
rights. Either the Walt Disney Company stands with the LGBTQ plus community or they betray them. Donating to politicians supporting this bill and choosing to not make a statement is a political statement. Making inclusive content is great, but it will not shut down this bill. I've yet to see any real LGBTQ plus representation in a mainstream Disney show or movie. I was excited by Owl House and the gay films in the works at Blue Sky Studios, but those were shut down by Disney. If LGBTQ plus content is said to be the focus of the company, where is it? A blink and you miss it. Lesbian kiss in Star Wars is not representation. The Walt Disney Company has great influence in Florida. I'm imploring you, as you have just stated you are now committed to doing, to denouncing bills across the country. Please stop financing politicians. Choose human rights. Do better. Thank you for taking my question.
Well, thank you for your comments, and we appreciate your daughter's written comments as well. Glad that she's part of our Disney College program, and appreciate the comments on all aspects, including the fifth key, the Disney look, and her participation as a cast member in the Disney store. We take very seriously our inclusion across the company. As you heard in my statement that I opened up with, we unequivocally stand in support of this group. You heard the comments about our signing up, being a signatory to the Human Rights Campaign and pledging $5 million towards this. I mentioned I spoke with Governor DeSantis, and he's going to give our cast members a forum to express their concerns. And we, as I mentioned, continue to believe that we can do a lot of good by bringing people together across the U.S. and across the world. And we can do a lot of good as well with our Disney content, which continues to make huge strides in inclusivity, as you've seen through the trailers that we played when we opened up the show. So we stand with our LGBTQ plus community going forward, and we'll continue to make an impact. We believe in legislation going forward, as well as advocacy for this group. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Chapek, your next question today comes from Dwight Morgan, a shareholder from Pasadena, California. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Bob. Hopefully, I will be as successful with this question as I've been in the past. A number of years ago, I went to Albuquerque for my first shareholders meeting. And I asked
Señores, me
why we
cogieron en
didn't
el
have a
trabajo.
pass
Llegó mi
that was
jefe.
good on both coasts.
Llegó mi jefe.
And Bob Iger said, because nobody's ever asked. I went back to Oakland the following year and said, so what did we decide? And he said, we can't do an international pass, and that's not what I asked for. And I said, so. And he said, we'll talk about it again. The following year in Albuquerque, the Premier Pass was announced. And it lasted for a grand 10 years until apparently COVID got in the way. And now it's gone. And we created new passes, but nothing that is good in California and Florida. That was a very successful idea. It got a whole lot of people a lot of time at parks, and everybody seemed happy with it. The cast members loved it.
Pero no ha pasado más nada, ¿no? No tiene pinta que vaya a pasar más nada, pero bueno, vamos a estar aquí pendientes que no me vaya a pasar lo de ahorita que me salí y pasó de todo.
Well, Dwight, we appreciate your support of Disney on both coasts. I will say that makes you quite the Disney fan. I can check on the possibility of bringing back the pass that enables you to go ahead and toggle between the two locations. I must say you're in a very unique small club in terms of people that have the ability to do that would warrant an annual pass, but we can certainly do that. What we try to do is eliminate any friction for our guests that want to enjoy the magic of Disney, and this certainly sounds like one that's pretty relevant for you. So
en este momento estoy subiendo mi reacción a el trailer de Obi-Wan Kenobi. La hice al mismo tiempo para que supieran.
Your annual pass at both locations. And I also appreciate your diligence in coming back to this issue since it seems to have somehow fallen off the table with COVID. So thank you for your engagement.
Thank you. Mr. Chapek, your next question today comes from Philip Turman of Turman Asset Management. Please go ahead.
It's Philip Berman, a portfolio manager.
Oiga, me parecería muy extraño que no mostraran nada de Marvel. O sea, súper rarísimo que no muestren nada de Marvel.
The board of directors look upon an idea of separating the company into 3 parts and restructuring it so that we have the filmed entertainment division and the parks division, and then put the Disney Plus together with ESPN. It's been done by other companies whereby they separate their divisions into separate companies, and the sum of the parts becomes more than the single entity that originated first. I would like you to consider that for board of directors. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Given that you directed that comment to the board of directors, our business portion of the meeting is concluded. Your suggestion raises issues that obviously would need time to be considered, and our bylaws request that you submit such proposals in advance of the meeting. So I can't put the proposal obviously to a vote, but what I can say is that we always evaluate our strategic assets relative to our growth goals, our cash generation to fund investment, and our roles in future storytelling ecosystems. So it's something that we constantly look at, and we update the board regularly on our strategic assets. So we appreciate your suggestion, and we'll make sure that we include such thinking as we move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Chapek, your next question comes from Laura Nixon with the Educational Foundation in Garrison, New York. Please go ahead.
Hi, my name is Laura Nixon, and I'm with the Educational Foundation of America. We are long-term shareholders of Disney. We screen our holdings based on environmental, social, and governance criteria, and we admire Disney's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and many laudable environmental goals. Like many shareholders, we're interested in the role that our investee companies play in the political process. We're discouraged by the fact that Disney and its employee PAC does not always seem to take.
Vea, de verdad que solo estoy aguantando aquí este directo para ver si de pronto nos sorprenden con algo de Marvel, pero es que qué vaina que no muestres nada. Por eso yo sabía, yo había dicho ya, esto no es el Investor Day, esto no es como el Investor Day, no nos van a dar muchas actualizaciones. Al Investor Day si le metemos la ficha a esa vaina y promocionamos en todos lados para que seamos aquí miles viendo todas las próximas producciones que va a traer Disney.
What steps is the company taking to reduce the dissonance between its values and its political giving? Thank you.
Well, thank you for your question, Laura. As you know, when we donate money to different political candidates, we have no idea how they're going to vote going forward into the future. But what I will say is that we give to both sides of the aisle to candidates across the board in all states and all jurisdictions. Therefore, anybody can pretty much take any issue and do a cross-sectional slice of it and say Disney supports this group. I would also suggest that if you look at it, you'll probably find that Disney supported the detractors from that particular piece of legislation just as well. So we're pretty proud of our political giving construct. But as we said in the opening statements, we're going to reconsider those going forward, given how our candidates that receive money vote in the future. So it's a sort of a process that loops back on itself continually and will always get better. But we appreciate your question. Thank you.
Thank you. And our next question today, Mr. Chapek, comes from Randy Schultz, an investor from Missouri. Please go ahead.
Yes, I know I've been a stockholder of Disney for a long time, and I was just wondering, when will Disney reinstate their dividend on their shares of Disney stock? It's been over a year since you paid a dividend.
Thank you, Randy, for the question. As you know, COVID has had a huge impact on our company. And right now, as we sort of are in the stages of, digging out of the pandemic, obviously cash and liquidity is a primary consideration for us. And we want to prioritize as a company and with the board those particular initiatives that drive our revenue and our growth into the future. We have every intention of reinstating the dividend as soon as we get into a situation where our liquidity and our ratings from the agencies.
Señores, y bueno, aquí les doy noticias que han salido mientras estábamos aquí en el directo. No son con respecto a Disney ni Marvel. Black Adam se ha atrasado para octubre 21.
I really miss feeling the Disney magic that comes along with enjoying a film on a big screen or shopping in the store.
Nicolás,
So
es
my
que
question today is
están hablando
how
de
will the
cosas que no son
company maintain the
importantes
personal
para
connections
nosotros
that
como
you just
fanáticos,
can't
creo
get
yo.
virtually?
Thank you, Corey, for your question. Sorry you got disconnected, and we're glad to have you back again. It's my understanding that Corey's been participating in this since she was 5 years old. So we love your passion and your commitment, Corey. You're absolutely right that there is a certain amount of magic that happens when you do something physical like a big screen and in shopping, and we're very proud as a company to be able to create magic both in a physical sense through our parks and our hotels
y vimos la
and through
primera
our cruise
imagen
ships and such, but
de
also
Tom
at the
Hanks
same
como
time
Gepetto
have certain
en
digital
el live action
magic
de Pinocho y se ve
where
bueno. Ya les voy a
understand
compartir.
exactly what Disney fans like yourself want and tee it up on Disney Plus. In the future, I think what we're really excited about is the opportunity to blend those things together, take the physical nature of the magic and the digital nature of magic that you might actually be able to enjoy at home or away on your personal device, blend those two things together so we understand exactly what Corey likes and be able to serve up to Corey brand new experiences that actually blend the physical and the digital experiences into something brand new. I call it the third dimension of storytelling that we'll use in the company. And Corey, rest assured that I've got our creative leads across the company working on this new dimension of storytelling for you, so you get both the benefits of the physical and the digital. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Chapek, your next question today comes from Ignacio Petrito with Citizen Go. Please go ahead.
Hello, my name is Ignacio Petrito, and I am here representing Citizen Go. Disney, from its very inception, has always represented a safe haven for children, a place where they can be free from
No
the
pasa nada, no pasa nada. Pongan algo de Marvel, muestren algo importante.
A magical place where dreams come true. Part of this magic was thanks to the fact that both at the parks and in the movies, Disney was apolitical and remained free from politics and ideology and the division that comes with it. Your recent Magical Pride Days and your upcoming LGBTQ Pride March this year is a blatant attempt at indoctrinating children and attendees towards a certain political ideology. Additionally, in a move that will horrify many parents, Pixar is searching for its first transgender character and is looking to cast a child in this role. Transgender ideology seeks to confuse as many children as possible in the name of an anti-biological program in service to a political agenda. My question to you today is, would it not be beneficial both to you and the millions of Disney lovers around the world to ditch the politicization and gender ideology from your content aimed at children and instead try to win back the trust of families by sliding away from politics altogether and reverting back to the magic and innocence that has been the founding motive for its success? Thank you.
Thank you, Ignacio, for your question. I think all the participants in today's call can see how difficult it is to try to thread the needle between the extreme polarization of political viewpoints we have as shareholders. Certainly, our shareholders follow, the general distribution of our audience in general and America and the globe in terms of having different points of view. We like to celebrate those different points of view, but really what we want Disney to be is a place where people can come together and place their differences aside. And it's my goal to make sure that that continues to be the case, where Disney is a unifying force, not a divisive force. My opinion is that when someone walks down Main Street and comes in the gates of our parks, they put their differences aside and they look at what they have as a shared belief of Disney magic, hopes, dreams, and imagination, and bringing people together. So thank you for your question.
Thank you. Mr. Chapek, your next question today comes from Justin Levine, a shareholder from San Diego. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Chapek, you mentioned earlier in the call that you and senior LGBTQI cast members have secured face time with Governor DeSantis to address concerns regarding the recently passed legislation. And my question is, with all due respect, what are you hoping to gain out of such a meeting when the governor is clearly not inclined to alter course? And what will your next steps be in supporting your fellow cast members after such a meeting is concluded?
Thank you, Justin. I had an extraordinary conversation with Governor DeSantis today about the genesis of the legislation, the process that the state went through to get it to go through the lawmaking bodies, and most importantly, directly to answer your question, what comes next? And Governor DeSantis committed to me that he wanted to make sure that this law could not be weaponized in any way by individuals in the state or groups in the state to in any way unduly harm or target gay, lesbian, non-binary or transgender.
Y voy a compartir en Instagram las primeras imágenes de live action de Pinocho que me parecen muy bacanas.
Legislation as written and participate with our Pride Bergs and our LGBTQ population and come up with ideas and concerns of specific aspects of that legislation, which would lead to the, as I called it, the weaponization of it. And he was very open to this conversation and finding out what aspects are most concerning and working to ensure that that could not happen in the state of Florida with this legislation. So I was encouraged by that, and I look forward to visiting with the governor with a small delegation of cast members who are involved in this movement. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And Mr. Chapek, your next question today comes from Jaden Sand, a private investor from Anaheim, California. Please go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Chapek. My name is Jaden. I am a Magic Key holder, D23 member, and a longtime shareholder. As a big fan of the company, I'm always following new news and announcements, especially about the parks. Living in Anaheim, I'm very close to Disneyland. And I was wondering, pre-pandemic, you guys had countless new projects announced, full steam ahead, like the Mary Poppins attraction in Epcot and the Avengers Quinjet attraction at California Adventure. The company has been relatively quiet on these projects since the parks have reopened, and I was wondering if you could offer any insight on the status of those projects and others post-pandemic?
Sure. Thank you for your question, Jaden. Obviously, we had to take a pause in our development of some of our capital-intensive projects, given the cash flow implications of the pandemic. But I must say that I'm very pleased that we've got so many projects that are underway in celebration of Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. You know, we opened up Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. We've got the Guardians coaster that you saw inside the video, the Journey of Water with Moana coming as well, the new Space 220 restaurant in Epcot, the Harmonia show, the Galactic Star Cruiser, which again you saw in the video, Disneyland Resort. You know, we've got Avengers Campus and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Zootopia in Shanghai, so on and so forth. So we've got a lot that we've continued to develop. Certainly the Poppins project, which I was very excited about, has had to be put on hold for a while, as has the Quinjet. But, you know, those are projects that we've got sort of in a holding pattern right now. And as our cash situation becomes a bit more robust and a little bit back to normal in terms of our liquidity, we look forward to
Por ahí me hicieron una corrección en la reacción que hice de Obi-Wan y sí me confundí. El niño que sale no es Anakin, sino que probablemente sea Luke, ¿no? Es que eso es lo que me tiene confundido con esta serie. Los tiempos. Pero sí, creo que debe ser Luke, ¿no? Entonces, claro, porque Anakin él ya lo había conocido joven.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking my call.
Y este debe ser el hijo.
So my family and I recently went to California Adventure in Disneyland. We've been there many times. This is the first time with my two children, ages 4 and 2.
Hola Sánchez Cruz, ¿cómo estás?
I found it difficult in
Bienvenido, no te has perdido de muchos otros trailers de Obi-Wan.
Shaded seats, especially with having to take breaks with the young children, giving my 2-year-old a bottle, etc. Especially in Fantasyland. Is there any plans to put more shaded seats in Disneyland and California Adventure? I also feel that having that would probably ease some congestion and help as far as the lines go. Any thoughts?
So thank you for your question. Let me address the congestion issue first, because that is a larger issue. One of the things we want to do is make sure that we have a magical guest experience for you every time you come, no matter whether you come at a high demand time or relatively low demand time. So we have purposely been limiting the number of guests that we encourage to come on any particular day to make sure that the guest experience like the one that you have is going to be great. Now, certainly there's a lot of dimensions to that. You know, crowding is certainly when you have a park situation like we have, where we have way more demand than you have supply. It's something that we try to manage, and we continue to try to do that. And I think we get better and better at all the time. But your specific suggestion about shaded seats is a note that we'll take under advisement. I know that we're always looking for opportunities to provide more seating and shade, particularly during those hot Southern California summers. So I'll make that note. I'll bring it up to our park folks, and thank you for your question and great suggestion. So, operator, can you please confirm that there's no more shareholders waiting in the queue, please?
That is correct, sir. I'm showing no further questions at this time.
Okay, great. So that concludes our Q&A session. I thank you, everybody, for your questions and for joining us.
Me parece que ya terminaron las preguntas. Vamos a ver si muestran algo.
Here, including statements about our plans, expectations, or beliefs, and other statements that are not historical in nature, may constitute forward-looking statements under the securities laws. We make these statements on the basis of our views and assumptions regarding future events at the time we make them. We do not undertake any obligation to update these statements. Forward-looking statements are subject to a number of risks and uncertainties, and actual results may differ materially from the results expressed or implied in light of a variety of factors, including factors described in our Form 10-K and other filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission. You may now disconnect.
Ya, parece que se acabó. Eso fue todo. Bueno, lo único que mostraron fue el tráiler de Obi-Wan Kenobi. Si quieren lo vemos aquí juntos, ya que estamos aquí. Dejen y pongo el trailer y lo vemos juntos. A ver, archivo de video. Listo. Aquí les muestro ahorita dónde fue que me equivoqué. Sí, ya parece que se acabó. Ese es el trailer de Obi-Wan.
We lost.
Eso es lo que yo digo, ahí me equivoqué. Yo pensé que ese niño era Anakin. Me confundí con los tiempos, no sé que ese debe ser Luke. Y el señor que se parece al papá, que yo sé que era de Anakin, se parece al papá de Luke, que terminamos la película de cuando van por Luke.
To hunting Jedi is patience. Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail. The Jedi Code is like an itch. He cannot help it. Where is he?
The fight is done. We lost.
Stay hidden. The key to hunting Jedi is patience.
Bueno, ¿qué opinan del trailer? El trailer fue lo máximo, que era lo que se esperaba que iban a mostrar. No tuvimos fe en la primera parte. Nos retiramos del primer directo, pero bueno, aquí hizo una segunda parte para ver si salía algo más, pero no, la verdad no salió más nada.
He cannot help it.
Por ahí ya les dije mi reacción. Ya saben, en vez de que me vayan a regañar la reacción que no saben aquí de probablemente pero bueno, con todas estas cuestiones de tiempo, estaba como distraído pero bueno, ya por ahí me hicieron caer en cuenta en el pero bueno, la serie pinta muy bien. ¿Qué otras cosas nos mostraron? Bueno, si quieren, déjenme y les comparto Twitter. Y vemos como las imágenes de las cosas que se anunciaron, pues, que mostraron. Entonces nos mostraron las primeras imágenes de Gepetto y de Tom Hanks como Gepetto en el live action de Pinocho, que como podemos ver visualmente va a ser prácticamente lo mismo y seguramente la historia no creo que vayan a alterar mucho, va a ser la misma película que vimos animada, clásica, y va a ser simplemente en live action, pero me parece chévere, no sé por qué esta historia me gusta mucho, entonces bacano por este lado. A ver qué más nos mostraron. Lo que les decía, se retrasó Black Adam, se movió para octubre 21, como dicen acá. Ya se confirmó que She-Hulk va después de Miss Marvel también. También hubo unas escenas que mostraban, vamos a ver, aquí deben mostrar las primeras imágenes de Peter Pan y de la película de live action del Peter Pan y Wendy. Se ve chévere. Vamos a ver si consigo imágenes. Vamos a ver qué más imágenes tenemos. Oigan, esta película se ve buenísima, buenísima. Nicolas Cage hace de él mismo en esa película y ya vi el tráiler y se ve un chiste. Aquí, señores, imágenes del tráiler de Obi-Wan Kenobi. En el chat, yo no soy experto en personajes de Star Wars. ¿Saben quién es este? ¿Saben quién es ese man? Yo no tengo ni idea de quién es ese man. A ver, otras imágenes que tenemos por aquí. La producción se ve muy, 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 muy buena. De acuerdo, Nicolás. A ver, ¿qué más tenemos por aquí? No, son las mismas imágenes. Sí, eso es como lo que han publicado hasta el momento. Esta es la parte que les digo. Ese niño, asumo que es Luke. Ya, aquí está diciéndole a Luke, mételo en la cabeza. Es Luke, no Anakin, Luke. Por aquí me está diciendo Juan Pablo Canales que es el gran inquisidor. Bueno, chévere, no, la verdad no lo había escuchado nunca. No mostraron nada de Marvel, señores. Solo confirmaron que She-Hulk se estrenará después de Miss Marvel, pero no mostraron nada de Marvel. Este evento simplemente nos engancharon con lo del tráiler de Obi-Wan, pero de resto no era para nada para fanáticos este evento, señores. Este evento no era para fanáticos, simplemente nos estuvieron ahí metidos. Así el ganchito fue el tráiler de Obi-Wan, pero de resto, pura basura, puro bla, 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 la verdad. Recuerden, este no era el Investor Day. El Investor Day es el que sí es bueno, que usualmente es en diciembre, y ese sí va a ser bueno. Ese sí es donde nos van a decir todo lo que se viene el próximo año. Entonces, a ese sí le metemos ficha. Este no, este lo hicimos ahí como para ver qué pasaba, pero nada. Entonces, señores, a los que se pasaron por acá, gracias por haberse pasado nuevamente, porque esta es la segunda parte, como pueden ver. Y lo otro que les digo, ya saben, a las 4 de la tarde, México, 5 Perú, 5 Colombia y Perú también. Vamos a estar haciendo directo para reaccionar a los avances de PlayStation, que hoy es el State of Play y va a estar bueno. Avances de los juegos de PlayStation y novedades. Ese sí es cortico, se dura como 20 minutos y ahí sí nos van a mostrar cosas. Entonces, los espero, ya saben. Gracias y nos vemos entonces más tardecito. Chao, chao.